Good morning, welcome back to snowy Pusey. Snowy because it's cold, absolutely freezing. I think last night was the coldest night in a decade, was it? I think it was -8, -10 in Pusey. It's a couple of days after all the snow we've had. We haven't had any imbued. We have in surrounding villages, but not imbued, so I've come up to Pusey to stay with Kirsty's mum, and Kirsty's uncle had a bit of a 60th party, so I've managed to sneak out the morning after the deep freeze. So there's still a hell of a lot of snow on the ground and even more ice, so I have to be very careful. But I'm rushing around to try and find a composition and try and capture this snow, because we don't see it very often, especially living down in Bude. It's very rare, we never really see it. I'm seeing compositions left, right and centre, but nothing I'm 100% happy with, and the sunrise is in around 20 minutes. So what I really want to do is get up on the hill where I took a previous shot. I'll show you the image on the screen in a minute, where it was all foggy in the valley. The Pusey's in the valley, so I want to get some altitude. Not do the same shot because I won't make it there in time, but just gain a bit of altitude and try and shoot in the Vero Pusey. There's mist and fog behind me over towards Marlborough. Sun's setting, the sun's rising to my left, so I'll have the sun behind me, which is my ideal preference. So yeah, it is freezing. It's absolutely gorgeous. It's so peaceful. Birds are going. All I can hear is birds and the big electric pylons. It's actually quite nice. Right. Oh, I'm going to try and find a comp and I'll get you back out. I am struggling. Right, see you in a bit. Right, what's up people? I finally got a spot. It was a big rush, and it still is a big rush. But I've just done a pano of the hills looking towards Pusey, and the light in the valley and the mist in the valley even, is just incredible. The sun has come up technically 10 minutes ago, but the light is still kicking off. So what I'm going to do now is, excuse me, is I've done my pano with the light hitting the lovely light hitting the hills. It's just real soft light kissing the hills. Now I'm going to do a square crop. I'm trying to visualise it in my head. Of how I want it to look. I've got a barn down in my right hand third, which is sort of anchoring the bottom corner, and then I've got these white fields, the hills with the light being kissed, the light kissing the hills in the background. I just think it looks absolutely mint. So hope you enjoyed this panel. I'll show you now, and I'm going to crack on and get this other shot, because that light and mist is not hanging around. Right, that was manic. I'm back doing panos again. Just because the light is really kicking off in these far hills. Back, I think that's back towards Marlborough. Pusey's in the middle, shrouded with mist, and the sun is coming up from sort of diagonally that way, and it's just kissing the hills, snow-capped hills. And you've got these pylons which are just sticking up out through the mist. It is absolutely sick. Considering how frantic and how panicky I was this morning because I was going to miss an image, I couldn't have asked for a better scene. It's absolutely glorious. Settings wise, for the first pano, I can't remember what that was at the top of my head, so I'll put them on the screen with the image. But this pano, I'm at 1/20th of a second, and the same with the last shot, square crop with the barn on the right hand side. 1/20th of a second, f9 ISO 100, and I'm focusing in the far peaks in the distance. In f9, everything would be in first sharp focus, because my middle ground and foreground is so far away. F9 is going to be sweet. So all I'm doing is going left to right, then back to start, and then left to right, and just panning across. I think I've taken probably 8 image pano, but what that means is when I get into Lightroom, that gives me more scope to pick out like a section of 3, 4, 5 shots, and I can work out where I want my pano to sit. Or I'll try and do all 8 shots and load my laptop up to buggery, so I throw it out the window. That's normally what happens. Just look at it. Just look at it. There's nowhere else I'd rather be at this moment in time, other than back home helping Kirsty with Willow, obviously. But other than that, there's no other place I'd rather be. Even down in Bude, it's nice. Seascapes are lovely, and it's gorgeous living there. But you don't get rolling hills, mist, snow. They never get snow. Like I said to you earlier, you've got to take advantage of the snow. So. One good thing about shooting a scene like this is a little tip. If you are pushed for time, I've got hills behind me, and the sun is obviously risen from the horizon way in the distance, but I'm hiding behind big hill behind me. So it's now 8. Sun rises at 10:02. I know I'm in golden hour, but it gives you more time because you've got that sun that's got to come over them hills before it lights up your scene too harshly. So I can stand here, I can take my time a little bit more and compose and make sure I've got everything pucker. Yes, I did say pucker. It's pucker, mate. But yeah, that's it. F9 1/20th pano. What more can I say? I might try and pick out some of these pylons now, but I was right out at 105mm on a crop sensor, so I was right out as far as I can go with a kit lens. Another reason why kit isn't important, but if I had a 7200, look at it, it's a 7200 playground. I know I got a bit more reach with the 105 because it's a crop, but I still can't eliminate some of this near foreground, which I would like to. With this lens, I could really punch in. There's some amazing fog down there. If anything, the fog's getting better actually. I'm gonna make a crack on and take some images. But yeah, as the light's coming up now, the light's slowly creeping back into my frame, and the little pylons, which look quite ugly, but when you just see the top 2 foot of it lit up with some pink light, and the rest of it covered in mist, it looks awesome. So. This is what we want. This is what we want. Right, I'm going to do another pano because this is kicking off. I have picked out another shot. I'm using this barn down sort of right hand side, the frame and portrait orientation, just to simplify the image. I have got a bit of sky, but it's shrouded in cloud, and the mist is really helping to sort of soften the middle ground. And there's some nice lines which are being lit up by the being backlit by the sun, in lines in the fields in the snow, and it looks quite nice. There's some pylons there. 2-second timer, which is all my panos with 2-second timer, or if I'm in a portrait orientation, just because I can't get the cable release in when it's like this. I don't know what I'm doing really now. I'm starting to get a bit trigger happy. So I think what I do is I'll sign out the vlog. I will show this image and any other images I've taken. I feel like I've taken hundreds, but I think that's just because I've been doing panos. Just incredible. But if there's one thing you can take from this video, and I think the theme of this video is going to be panos. Panos are such a powerful, can be such powerful images. I think the trouble is, lots of the time you get tricked into trying to do a grand vista in landscape in one shot, when really I think it would work better putting the camera in portrait and just take several images and create your own pano. I just think it simplifies the shot. 2, you get a bigger vista than you would with a standard shot, and I think it forces you to be a bit more creative rather than just plonking the camera down and just taking a wide image. So what I've done today is I've done panos, lots of different panos, to try and cut out this middle ground. There's lots of middle ground down here, which I don't want in the shot. I don't want it being distracting. I want to isolate them hills in the distance and that mist. That's all I want in my shot. And by doing that, by doing a pano, that helps me to do that. And then when I get back to Lightroom, I can crop the top and bottom, I can pick out a section like I said earlier, and it really does give you plenty of scope. And plus the files are huge, there's plenty of detail. It's a 24 megapixel crop sensor, it's not full frame, and when you're doing panos you don't need that big 45 megapixel or the full frame as such, because you've got that data in them images, because you're overlapping them by a third each time. So it's almost like having a higher megapixel camera as well. But I'm rambling now, and I'm freezing. Just listen. Cannot hear anything other than the birds. Unbelievable. Yeah, the theme of the video is panos. Just get out and take panos. Get out in the snow, the wind, the rain, because sometimes that's when you get your best shots. So yeah, let me know in the comments down below which image you like, and do you like the panos, and if you've got any tips for me for taking panos, and stick it down below. You know, I'm always looking to improve my photography, and whichever aspect of it my photography is. Yeah, I'd love to hear from you. So, if I say so one more time, so I'm Photoninja. This is a Vale of Pusey. Like, share and subscribe, comment down below, and I'll see you on the next one. Just take this view in a minute. Ciao.